What's up, everybody? Wanted to do a quick breakdown on CLOV. One that's actually just kind of blowing up after hours, and again, the after hours plays, I take the volume with a grain of salt. So I'm going to break this down. If you were in my last few videos, I've been talking about this and Workhorse as the next two. I want to see if I can try to pull it up. Is it this one? We're talking about market cap. Give me 2 seconds. One of these is... There we go. High shortage. So we've been talking about Workhorse and CLOV and how they actually are the better short squeeze setups. So these are actually two that I got in Friday. Where I was in Workhorse, CLOV I got in Friday just before the bell. I was in a little bit, but I didn't really add my real position until closer to the end. So again, I grabbed it down here. I was just above 9. I'm at like 9. I thought it was. I'm definitely not here right 9. I'm right here, just above. I know I'm above 910. I'm below. I'm in the teens. I don't know the exact. I've added on. So today, what we see is. So I was watching this. We bounced. We came back down. Came back up, but we did not fully reject. So we rejected out here, held that. We're already testing that zone again. And then I do see just how heavily this thing is shorted. Now, short squeeze is a real thing. It's not just something Wall Street Bets talks about. They love to attack it, but this one, a lower float, high short interest, mostly institution owned. This one had all the makings for a short squeeze. Before we deep dive into that one, Workhorse, same scenario, just not quite... not panning out just yet. I'm waiting for where I think the squeeze sets up as soon as we just power through this zone right there. That's where we're rocking and rolling. But just because I've gone over both those in the past few videos, CLOV today came within 1 penny of tagging me out. And a few others in my group too. So, like I said, we've been in it. So I'm in shares. I'm in calls, a couple different calls, June 18th and July 2nd. But this was actually posted today, LOL, because look where his stop. Now, I don't call things out for everybody to get into it, but I talk about my plays. Like last night, I talked about I'm going to get into Playboy, which I think is red. I think they're offering. But I talked about the plays beforehand. I get in the next day, and we talk about my position. So a lot of people were in the same stuff. My favorite stop out point is the 85-cent mark. I don't like stopping out at the whole dollar or 5 cents or 90 cents. So 85 cents has always been my mark. This went down to 10.86. He posted this chart. I didn't even see the LOL. I'm checking to see, like, man, am I still in this thing or did I get the boot? Surely enough, I am in this. I don't like to stop out inside zones right here. That was just inside of it too. But this just being a momentum play at the time was a rockin' day. I mean, so there's that wick right there. Oh, look how dumb that is. So we had some crazy momentum right up inside here. We're holding the $11. Oh, it's actually right here. Right? No, that's it right there. Okay, I say. Now I remember holding. We're holding just above 11 bucks. Now, once we're comfortably above that whole dollar mark, after a rocking day like we had, I was prepared for a pullback. So what I was going to do was stop out, probably get in. If it's a momentum ticker, the pullback... You know, if the momentum's going, I don't have to worry about that pullback. But typically when a momentum does pull back, it pulls out pretty decently. So I wouldn't mind stopping out and maybe getting back in at the low 10s. I'd love to trade zones, but when it comes to a momentum play, that we got to worry about it that day. You know, it is not, maybe investors are trading this. There's a whole lot of other supply and demand involved. But this, momentum times. This is... It's showing up on scanners, showing up on momentum scanners. We got the Wall Street Bets now, the apes. I'm not sure where the apes thing comes from, but now they're talking about it. So we got a whole new group of buyers. So the characteristics change. So now we're talking pump and dump. We're talking short squeeze. We're talking momentum. So this still can go a lot higher or a lot lower. We're in that firecracker territory where it's probably going to make a decent move. There will be a big winner and a big loser more than likely. So if you are late to the game, maybe you just found out about it today, you're one of those people that just showed up on a scanner, how you would manage your position. So if you want to FOMO into things, dial it back position-wise. Where is this thing going to break? So for me, I don't like it breaking these zones. We're above it after hours right now, but right now I'm thinking 12.15 is where my stop would be at. I don't want it breaking that. If it breaks that, I assume a bigger pullback. So if I were to FOMO right now and buy it, my risk would be here. So that's say $1 per share. If I wanted to risk $100, I would only buy 100 shares. Sure, your account's in the thousands, whatever it is. You can buy thousands of shares. That's not the smart thing to do. Take your entry where you're like, all right, this is it. I'm out, and take those 2 points. Now adjust your shares accordingly, assuming that's going to hit that, and that's how much risk you want to give it. So even if you're late and you're jumping in, there's still ways you can get in without just risking the farm. The last thing you want to do is just jump in on some YOLO trade, because that's where the YouTubers are probably going to make fun of you later for doing that. It's not fun getting into a play. Maybe you're brand new, and then all of a sudden they're just throwing salt on the wound later. So just manage your risk accordingly. Right now, I'm in trail mode. So this recap is just kind of talking about how I traded it and missed by 1 penny. That would have got me out. I don't know if I would have got back in. Man, that would have sucked. You've already seen me do that with AMC. I left 60,000 on the table with AMC. 60,000. I don't care who you are. That's a lot. It seems like a lot to me. That being said, CLOV is above this zone. I plan on making this video. Here's the thing. Talking about the squeeze actually setting up if we get above this zone. I think that's where, if you want to see a short squeeze take place, we get above this. We might have some people talking about their stops pretty close right here. We stay above this. I think that's where some shorts might start to cover. So it's after hours, lower volume. It's easier to convince fewer people the price should be here as opposed to the whole mass of people. So, because, you know, when you're talking about volume, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Tomorrow morning, I think if we're still up here, it's go time. Now, if we gap up significantly in the morning, I'd be on the lookout for a gap and crap. Normally, I like to let the morning volatility shake itself out. Let's say we gapped up to this zone. I'm going to put my stop right there, probably at 13.85. If we're in the 14s, that's where it's going to go. It might tag me in the morning. It might not. I will still have had an awesome trade. My options, they're not in the hundreds of percents yet. I bought the June 18th on Friday with the shares. So I'm in... So June 18th, $10 calls. Those are up quite a bit. Just a little over 100%. And then July 16th, $12 calls. So, and those are also up. So I bought those today. So while those are rocking and rolling, I expect it to get a lot crazier. And it could be a multi-day runner, but we're at management point now. So right now, I want to protect the profits that I have. So all I'm doing is scooting my stop up, even on the options contracts. So a pullback, gonna lock them in. Just because it's going to trigger that stop. That's where I'm going to be at. Now, if we open up right here, I'll probably give that wiggle room. If we gap up, I'm not going to jack around with it because I really don't like the gapping craps. But I don't mind personally getting back in, so I don't mind stopping out. When on that red candle, if I think we still got some more juice in the tank, we're going again. I'll buy the dip. Worst case scenario for me is this right here. Something like this tags me out, and we're back up here, and I just don't feel comfortable getting back in. I would need to see a move. But as of right now, this might be the next hype one. Again, I'm still in both of these, Workhorse and CLOV. Obviously, this one is catching that hype and momentum right now. So I want to hear from you guys. Did you guys buy CLOV with me? I know a lot of my mentorship group did. But on YouTube, did you guys get into either one of these two? And how you doing? Did you swing it? Where are we going? Where's the price targets for these? And yeah, the reason I'm not going to shout that out is because I am in this, and for it to be the short squeeze everyone's talking about, the buying and holding the diamond hands again removes those shares from the float, basically creating less supply, which inherently is just more demand. It will make it go up, but I stand every bit to gain if you guys do that. So again, not a financial advisor. I am still very much still in this one. No diamond hands. I'm just going to trail it like I normally do. When the red candle comes, if it's a big red, anything bigger than this, it's probably going to knock my position out. So I will see you guys in the next breakdown. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let me know. It's been a while since I've done a trade recap. And should I get back to these? Did you guys learn anything from these? We're just kind of dancing around these zones, but we're kind of in momentum territory right now. So when momentum's there, that comes first, then the yellow zones. So I'll see you guys in the next video.